Spacey Sims, and welcome to Spacey Presents Mixed Reviews, The Amazing Shinsengumi, Heroes in Love. So, if you are new to the channel or new to Mixed Reviews, these games are called Mixed Reviews, and this is a sort of series that I do off and on the channel for games that have reviews on Steam that are, obviously, as the title implies, mixed. Meaning that they have some good reviews, there's some bad reviews, and they are trending, I would say negative if it's mixed. You know what I mean? So, at the time of recording this, the reviews are still mixed. I feel like I have to preface this because there are several games that when I bought them, when I did the thumbnails and I prepared them and I put them in the mixed reviews section of my Steam library, they have now started trending positive. So, this one is still mixed, so we're going to be in for a train wreck. That's the other thing if you're new to these type of games or to mixed reviews, that these tend to be either very badly translated, the characters are just fucking trash, the story's not that great, whatever. They kind of run the gambit of all these things, and that's why the reviews tend to be not so positive and move it from the Steam categories of, hey, this has good reviews too. It's a mixed bag, and, you know, that means there's a lot of bad reviews, but I didn't really particularly read a lot of the reviews on this one, so I'm not really sure what people's complaints are. However, I will say, because this is The Amazing Shinsengumi, we are going to see some of our recurring characters from Hakuoki, which we have played on this channel. If you were not here for that, I don't know if I should recommend that you watch that first before this, or watch this and then be redeemed by watching that, because we fell in love with our Shinsengumi boys in that game, and we are going to destroy them now with these trash bandos. But anyway, it's going to be really hard. But thank God it's been a long time since I played Hakuoki, so I have vague, just memories of the characters. I mean, I remember the characters, but you know what I mean? I'm like, your impressions after, like, years is like, yeah, they were awesome! And then you might go back and watch and go, I mean, like, they were problematic, but I guess I love them anyway. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really remember the subtle nuances of the character. You're just like, I love them. That's it. So, we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm going to read you in about this game, and then we're going to hop on in. So, obviously this was a well, the story is the same as the smartphone version, so that should concern me. Also, it's Dogenzaka Labs, which right then and there, it's either going to be, hey, it's really good, like all the Mena Yoshiwara series. If you want a good Dogenzaka Labs game, those are great. If you want trash, they have a very good catalog of trash games. We've played some. Most of my mixed reviews are Dogenzaka Labs. I don't know why they just... Great games, trash games. They just can't seem... They're not consistent. They're consistent in the inconsistency. But anyway. Okay, so, the Shinsengumi, Defenders of the Capital. In this game, you can fall in love with a rugged, passionate Shinsengumi captain. The characters are all designed by Nagaoka, a popular Otome game artist. Okay. They kind of all seem generally to have, I mean, these are, I'm pretty sure that's from Mena Yoshiwara too, but anyway. The year is 1864. At the end of the Edo period, a group of men bravely took action to extinguish a burning house. Those men were part of a group called the Shinsengumi. In order to protect the city of Kyoto, they would rush to any place that needed them. The curtain rises on the crusade of the members of the Shinsengumi, whose hearts burn as passionately as the flames they fight. Really makes them sound like, ye oldie firefighters, but like, sure, okay. Who will you fall in love with? Okita Soji, so, Soji, okay. Oh no, we're recording, okay, I thought I was screen capturing, I'm like, you don't want to see like half my Steam thing over the lap, but you're fine. Captain of the First Corps, sarcastic and ill-natured, but has a strong devotion toward the Shinsengumi. I mean, that kind of fits, sarcastic and bitchy. That fits the character we already know. Hajime Saito, captain of the Third Corps, hard to read and doesn't talk much. However, he's nothing but considerate toward others. I mean that... He's the robot, yes, that's why we left him. Shinpachi Nagakura, captain of the Second Corps, trusted by all, caring, and has a brotherly disposition. I cannot wait to like see the individual characters because I mean, aside from looking at the cover art, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't done too much remembering, like, going in and, like, let me look at all the... I bought the game a long time ago. It's been a while. I made the thumbnail a while ago. So I haven't gone back in and, like, looked at screenshots or, like, you know, the screenshots that they show on the game page to, like, check and be like, that's so-and-so, that's so-and-so, to see how they compare. So as I'm, like, to Hakuoki Boys. So as I'm reading this, I'm picturing them in my head, and it's going to be weird. Anyway... Sanosuke Harada, captain of the 10th Corps, flirtatious and can be dishonest from time to time, but very kind to women and children. You know what's really funny? And then Todo Heisuke, captain of the 8th Corps, innocent and straightforward. You should play if you want to fall in love with a handsome guy. You like romance novels, romance manga, and romance TV dramas. You like romance games. You like the Shinsengumi in Japanese history. Do you know what's really funny about this? Really? Okay. I'm pretty sure Okita, Saito... Well, okay, no. I don't think Nagakura, Harada, and Heisuke were characters that you could romance in the original version of Hakuoki before they added everyone else. But, like, I just find it extremely funny that this game puts all them in there. Uh-huh. Where's Hijikata? You fucking kidding me? He's like the fucking poster boy. And you can't romance him? What? Actually, I think was it Harada and Heisuke that you could romance originally? I think it was with Hijikata. So they just switched for this Cheese Fest. They switched Hijikata and Nagakura out. That's so fucking bizarre. Why? Okay. All right. Well, write that in there. Game. What? Also, don't do Saito dirty because he's my favorite boy. He's best boy. Just don't. And Sanen's not in here for you to just shit on, like, Hakuoki shit on him anyway, and, like, he did nothing wrong. I will fucking defend that. You just leave him alone. You leave my precious glasses weirdo alone. I love him. Anyway. So, here we go. Prologue. So, like, okay, right here. That's gotta be Heisuke. Honestly, if that, like, you know, with the red hair should be Harada, but who knows? And if you're trying to tell me, like, but see, you would think that would be this version of Hijikata, but it's not. Like, I would say Nagakura. That would be Harada. But then are you trying to tell me that Saito, because this would be more him? That's probably Okita, because... But he just... Anyway. Burning Pledge. Also, I hope the music is okay, because, like, Dogenzaka Labs games are just the worst. Yeah, he's pretty. Dogenzaka Labs games are the worst. The music is on or off, and it's loud as fuck. I had to put my recording software down to, like, 3% volume. And my headset is all the way down. And my computer is, like... at like 20% because the music is just deafening. So hopefully it's okay for you. And yeah, anyway. The midst is in disorder in this transient world. As it peacefully falls into ruin, the scar aches. I look up at the heavens hanging down. Okay, alright. I hoist the sincere devotion on my back. Okay. Alright. We've gotten like 4 lines in and it's like, and this is kind of a train wreck. All right. This is already a terrible translation. I hide the tears in my heart. A flower is smiling in full bloom. Flower with no name. Bloom as you please in the shape you were meant to. I'll always protect you. This is gonna be hard. Okay. I'm warning you now, this is gonna be a slog if this is already, like, the first, like, we haven't even gotten 2 minutes into the game. Holy crap. For whom does this flame of light flicker and fade? Oh, my painful swaying feelings. I didn't see you on the cover, but, like... The piercing pain becomes pride. Unless you were supposed to be, like, redhead, but, like, your hair is, like, blonde now. What the heck is happening? A passing breeze with a fervid will. This is like the intro to seeing characters, and it makes no sense. Fate cannot be opposed and burns intensely. Oh, like a root growing toward the heavens. I hope we don't have to just guess. You know what? That's it. We aren't us. We aren't Spacey. We are Hijikata romancing our Shinsengumi boys. That's got to be it, because I feel like we're writing Hijikata poetry right now. Doesn't make a lot of sense to us, but it doesn't need to. It's poetry, right? That's this way I feel. I'm going to change our name in the game. The spreading confusion scorches me. Silently it caresses the flames of love. I mean, this is just the intro, but... 1864 in Kyoto. People who protect the shogun. People who support the emperor. These two sides oppose each other, and Kyoto is currently in a state of disorder. Okay, this is better. That was just a bunch of random fucking, like, that was Hijikata poetry. I want to change our name. Like, because I just think they need to like, I just feel like we're Hijikata right now writing poetry about the Shinsengumi. That's just, okay. But for a provincial girl like me, I have my hands full just trying to live my life. During that time, I was dumbfounded at the sight of a burning house. Okay, I kind of hate when they let me do my last name, because they're going to call me Sims the whole time, and it's weird. But this is my second time experiencing a fire, but it had Joan Smith in there, and I was like, well, it can't be Spacey Smith. That's weird. Like, that was weirder. Anyway. But now I want to change my last name so they can call me Hijikata, and it'll be great. The sad part is by the time this goes up, if anyone's like, please fucking do it, it'll be hilarious. I'll have already recorded like half the damn game. Who knows? This could be painful, so... This is my second time experiencing a fire. During the first time, I lost my mother and father. Of course we're an orphan. Okay. Without any relatives, I lived alone until I came to this house. Many people helped me here. This is not as bad as the original, that first, you know, poetry jam that we had. That house was now on fire. I have to throw some water on it. There were firefighters in Kyoto, but unlike the ones in Edo, they weren't regulated very well. Many times the firefighters showed up after the flames had already been extinguished. Everyone in Kyoto helped their neighbors put out fires because of these unreliable firemen. I ran to the nearest well and filled my bucket with water. My neighbors did the same. Splash. I poured my bucket of water onto the raging flames. Again, I ran to the well and drew more water. This isn't working. The fire isn't stopping. The flames stretched, swelled, and danced as if they were scorching the heavens themselves. It was only a matter of time before the fire would spread. Alright, okay, so first impression was the translation is going to be a train wreck. Second impression is, it's actually not that bad. It was just the Hijikata poetry jam that we had, and I just wasn't expecting it, that's all. So, okay. It's not going to be... I'm adjusting my chair back. I'm sorry. It's like, it's not going to be Hakuoki, let's be real, but like, okay. When it's a painful translation, it makes it so hard to read, but this is alright so far. In order to stop the fire from spreading, we had to destroy all the buildings in the area. However, the only people capable of that were the firefighters. There was no sign of the firefighters. Here I go! I took a long pole that was in the area and tried to go to the flames. Is that supposed to be Kondo? Because that's who he reminds me of anyway. Hold on! We'll give them better voices when we know who's who. You know what I mean? Because, like... I suddenly heard a calm voice from behind me. I turned around. Men wearing light blue coats passed by as I tried to leap into the flames. Why are we leaping into the flames? That seems stupid! It's like, don't go into a dark alley. Proceeds to instantly go into a dark alley. Huh? They aren't even firefighters. It's our job to protect this city. Step back to where it's safe. I feel like he's not one of our characters. He wasn't in the thing, so... Who are you? We're the protectors of Kyoto, the Shinsengumi. Everyone started making a commotion. One of my housemates pulled my arm. They're the Ragged Wolves, Spacey. They're an organization meant for assassinating people. Assassinating? The men intently staring at the fire didn't look like assassins. Even less so as they jumped into the fire, unworried about their own safety. Call us what you like. We only do what we think is just. The light bluecoats danced within the vermilion flames. The burning, decaying pillars broke before the fire could spread. The house was being destroyed. They were like the firefighters I had heard about in Edo. The wind started to blow. Make sure the fire doesn't spread. With that order, the blue coat started to flutter. A number of people started to fan the sparks away. I quickly filled my bucket and poured water over the people who came out of the fire. Yeah, no, he's pretty. Like, I don't give a crap. Like, you've got the hair of, like, Okita, but you've got the coloring that we're used to in Saito. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But also a little bit of Hijikata, which I know you're not, but I'm just saying. Again, I gotta know who's who to know who to give what voice to, so it's really not helpful when we don't know. You know what I mean? Like, Heisuke's gotta have more upbeat voice, like Shinpachi, like I know it gotta fit the character, but it kind of also has to fit my impression of them from Hakuoki. This is a bad game to play when I still have it in my head somewhere. I also have my Hakuoki, like, fabric banner that I got with the limited edition, okay, like, over there hanging on my wall. It would normally be behind my desk, but it's over there, and I can't stop looking at it. Going like, I don't know what we're playing. It's the trash version, don't worry. Anyway, thank you, but please stand back. But, let me rephrase that. You're in the way. Please stand back. If you assist us by standing aside, then we won't have to worry. Please understand. Okay, if he's Okita, he's, like, way too nice. I'm just saying. The blue coat started to flutter again as they went into the flames, because, again, if you played Hakuoki, you know, he'd be like, get the fuck out of the way, asshole! God! Also threatened to kill us. If he doesn't threaten to kill us, he's not Okita, I'm just saying. That was actually supposed to be Okita. Okay, well, you know what? I mean, you had the hair for it. Yeah, you had the hairstyle, so that's what I said. But, like, please stand back? Excuse me. Excuse me. Nuh-uh. Bitch. You get back here and tell me you're gonna kill me if I don't get out of your way. Then you're Okita. You can't be nice. What is that shit? Anyway. He's the captain of the First Corps, Okita Soji. He's a very skillful and reliable man. Mr. Okita, and who are you? Oh, pardon me. My name's Kondo Asami. I'm the Shinsengumi's leader, and this is the vice captain. I mean, you had to know. He did really give you a Kondo vibe. And, like, but why does Hijikata not have a route? Why can we not romance him? Is he, like, a secret route or something? Like, why is he not... Like, why does he, like... There's a lot of people, like, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the like, the thing over here. I don't have a guide or anything, but, like, I'm looking at the Steam page. Like, why? Anyway. But, like, why can't we romance Hijikata in this? I don't understand. Anyway. I'm Hijikata Toshizo. I mainly assist Captain Kondo. The men drawing water introduced themselves. It's going to be a lot easier than Hakuoki because, like, if this had, like, 12 love interests or, like, whatever, it'd be, like, fucking probably painful if it's that bad. Panicking, I went to draw water, too. I didn't care who they were. The sound of the house breaking echoed. A person came outside to help. Hajime, over here. Okay, they did... No, you did my poor Saito dirty, because, like... That hair does not work on him. The man named Hajime came as he fanned the sparks. It's kind of like how in Hakuoki they ruined fucking Yamazaki. Like, he was so great and you just gave him the worst hair. Like, in the art book, his original design, hair was so much better, and then you ruined it. Sonnen actually had beautiful, even longer hair. You kind of ruined it a little bit too, but anyway. Together with Toshizo, they poured water on the flames. Then Hajime happened to see me. I like how they actually are calling them by their first names instead of, like, what we're used to in Hakuoki. It's going to be really weird. Is she a tenant from this building? Yes, but... The flames are fervid. Be prepared. Does it look like we can prevent the fire from spreading? They're kind of just giving them almost similar voices to what I would have given them in the original game. We'll do our best to... After saying those few words, he went back into the fire. He's the captain of the Third Corps, Hajime Saito. He acts before he speaks. The building was gently leaning. The wind was calm, but the fire continued to burn the heavens. Nice that you introduce yourselves before. Just instead of being like, just shut up, lady, we need to get the fire out. One soldier came out and shouted something to the inside. I'm gonna guess this has to be Nagakura. It can't be anyone else. You can't tell me that this is how you drew Harada. He's got to be, like, gorgeous because he's the whore. Yeah. I probably should have waited about 4 more years to play this because Hakuoki's still too close in my brain, even though it's far enough away that I remember almost nothing. But I remember enough to just not let it go, so. Yeah, it's leaning. That'll cause it to spread. Make sure it falls straight. If it's not Nagakura, we're going to have to change his voice, but... Yeah, there we go. Same vibe, okay. Shinpachi, can we stop the fire from spreading? As they talked, I poured water onto the soldier. It's the Shinsengumi's job to prevent harm. I'll do my best. The soldier named Shinpachi nodded to Toshizo. There was a loud voice in the vicinity. Make sure you're covering yourselves with water. He then turned toward me. Thanks for the water, miss. We'll prevent the fire from spreading. Look, he's like so happy. After showing me his clenched fist, he went back into the flames. In his stead, 2 soldiers came flying out. I mean, look at him. Okay, they're like vastly different, but they're same enough. Like, but Harada definitely has the same, like, look at my chest. Did you want to see my chest? Harada looks like he rolled out of the Manayoshiwara. I'm not even kidding. Like, oh god, this is gonna be just so bizarre and so weird, but okay. Okay. Sanosuke and Heisuke. His tone made him sound like he was fed up with them, and I soon learned why. I heard a cute girl was covering people with water, so I had to come see her. I love this whore. I'm Harada Sanosuke, the captain of the 10th Corps. I'm pleased to meet you, cutie. He aggressively took my hand. What? Sanosuke, that's not fair. Hey, you're really cute. What a nice girl. Huh? I'm Todo Heisuke, the 8th Corps captain. You can rely on me. I'll protect you. Both of you, get back to work. Toshizo calmly poured water over both of them. We need to rest before we can work. Yeah, you tell him. If you have time to laze around, go destroy the interior. The fire's gonna spread. A voice came from inside the burning building. I'll go and pour some water. Having water poured on him, Hajime rushed inside. His light blue coat was dyed red from the flames. This side is collapsing. Take refuge. I don't know a voice for Okita because, like, I can't remember. And I only have so many voices. And none of them get the weird Irish accent. It just wouldn't be right. You know? None of them get the weird accent. And nobody even has the Lupin voice. Like, I just don't see it. Could you imagine Okita? Like, in that voice? After giving his announcement, Soji ran inside. Shinpachi dodged a falling pillar and ran inside. At the same time, the front of the building started creaking and fell over. I'm kind of glad that they almost call them all by their first names. Well, like, Heisuke's always Heisuke, but, like, because then it's like you can kind of almost pull away. You're like, okay, they're not exactly the same people, even though they're supposed to be. But if we had to call them Okita and Saito and Nagakura and Harada, it'd be really fucking weird, because it'd just be like... This way you can almost disconnect them a little bit. A little bit. Still gonna compare them the whole time. I'm going to the back, so put out the fire with the others. Okay, I won't let the fire spread. They practically jump back into the flames. The people from the building were watching from afar as the Shinsengumi put out the fire. I was desperately bringing and pouring water. The fire would stop if there was nothing to burn. I shifted my attention toward the far end of the building. I thought about what I was seeing. Inside the flame danced a light blue. Sturdy muscles could be seen from their folded sleeves. Though we called them assassins, they were risking their lives to save us. Crackling, a burning beam broke and fell. Soji! Soji looked up and smoothly drew his sword from its scabbard. I wonder if they're gonna do him dirty and give him fucking tuberculosis where he's basically useless and whining the whole fucking time. I mean, come on. Hakuoki did him dirty. Like, we were mean to our poor boy. The moment Shinpachi and Hajime held the beam up, Soji cut it in half with one stroke. I owe you one. They're still falling. Be careful. Got it. Shinpachi, Hajime, I'm gonna borrow your backs for a sec. Heisuke used their backs as a foothold and leapt. I'll bring this beam down. Watch out. He jumped on the top of the broken beam over and over. With that impact, the beam and Heisuke fell. Without thinking, I stopped and stared at their magnificent cooperation. Finally, the house was destroyed and the flames turned to smoke. The fire didn't spread. The firefighters showed up all around this time. I mean, it's amazing because, like, all these tiny little wood jammed all next. Whole fucking town would go up in flames. Everyone approached the firemen and explained the situation, but I needed to say a few words. I deeply bowed my head to the men gathered around wearing coats. Thank you very much. Thanks to you, the fire didn't spread. And I just did what I could, that's all. Oh, that's right. And thank you for staying out of the way. I appreciate it. Why is he thanking me? He should be threatening to kill me. I don't. No, look, I love you, but I don't know how I feel about you not threatening to kill me. Like, you're beautiful. You are the prettiest one out of all of them. I can't. If you don't threaten to kill me, who the fuck are you? Like, I'm confused, okay? He confused me by being nice. I don't know what to do. We just did what was right. I'm not sure what to say when you're bowing like this, so please lift your head up. We may be called the Ragged Wolves, but you helped us out a lot. Thank you for pouring water on our comrades. I owe you one. Well then, in return, could you tell us your name? Huh? I'm Spacey Sims. Oh god, it's even more awkward. It's real. You get to the point where, like, I love you, Spacey, and you're like, oh, okay. It's not as weird, but it's like, I'm Spacey Sims. Fucking weird. It's getting... When you make me put my last name in, obviously not my real last name, whatever, but, like, when you make me put in a last name and give you a full name, it's weirder than just having to read, I love you, Spacey. Like, that's awkward enough. Let's not make it worse. Okay, Spacey. Thanks. And next time, let's grab something sweet to eat. Yo, so you're Spacey. You have such a cute name. Come to our place sometime, okay? I'm sure everyone will be happy to see you. The 5 of them all talked to me. They then went back to put out the remaining embers. That's right. Were you one of the tenants of that building? Yes. Do you have any place you can stay? No, not in the least. And for the time being, would you like to come to the Shinsengumi Recreation Room? Each captain of the Shinsengumi has a residence called a Recreation Room. Huh? Are you sure that's okay? And this is how we end up living in our man harem. Alright. As opposed to in Hakuoki where we dressed up like a boy and they were like, you're not fooling anyone, bitch. But I suppose if we have a sprite in this or we see us, we won't have the giant saucer eyes that are falling off our face that makes me want to slap her. That is... Okay, look. I love Hakuoki, but, like, the thing that I hate the most, absolutely hate the most, was fucking Shizuru. That version of Spacey. Like, I fucking... Oh my god. She was just drawn so fucking stupid and twerpy and derpy, and, like, her eyes were bigger... Look, the girls always have giant eyes, but hers were, like, literally the size of her fucking head. It was disgusting. Like, were you drunk when you drew her? Because you should have redone it. Everything else is beautiful except for her. Fuck that shit. I don't think I've ever hated a character sprite more than that one for an MC. Like, they always have big giant eyes, and you know I bitch about it. Like, oh, fucking saucer eyes. Like, what the fuck? It makes them look dumb as shit. But she was the worst. We'll never get over it. Anyway. It would help if you did some work in return, but a household full of men might be trouble. Oh, no, I can handle it. I got a man harem. Nah, it's fine. This is just my summer house. You should see the man harem I have. He's like, huh? Nothing. 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 Which one do you want to go to? Choose the one you like. Where should I... Oh, God, we got to choose a character already? That was our intro? Whether it's Soji, Hajime, Shinpachi, Sanosuke, or Heisuke, none of them will refuse you. What should I do? Why can't I go with Hijikata? Oh my god, we have to choose someone already. Soji Okita, captain of the First Corps. He has an ill-natured personality. Really? You could have fooled me with the, hey, thanks for staying out of the way, I appreciate it. Hey, could you please move? Instead of being like, move or I'll fucking kill you, bitch! I'm just saying. But also has a one-track mind when it comes to loyalty. Wait, can we just click... Okay, cool. I just wanted to see... Alright, there's no other story for them. Shinpachi Nagakura, captain of the 2nd Corps. He's very manly and acts as a big brother toward his comrades. He's trusted by everyone. Heisuke Todo, captain of the 8th Corps. He has a very childish personality, but his swordsmanship is first class. Hajime Saito, captain of the 3rd Corps. He's silent. It's difficult to know what he's thinking, but he's very kind at heart. Sanosuke Harada, captain of the 10th Corps. Generally, he's a flirt, but deep down, he's serious and faithful. Okay, so I don't know what to do person-wise. Like, I wasn't prepared that we were going to choose our character this fast in. And I'm just still gonna, like... By the way, when we get to the end of this, I'm gonna be like, still, really? Why can we not choose Ichigo? Is he like a secret character that we can't choose, but at the end, when we go through everybody, then he magically appears? They did that in one of the Metayosha horror games, but... Secret character. Which would make sense. But anyway, I don't know. Because, so, like, okay. Just based off original Hakuoki, Okita, Saito, Harada was actually one of my favorites, even though I wasn't originally, like... He wasn't one of my eyeball faves. He was one of my favorite characters. So those... They're still, like, my top 3 here. Because, like... No offense to Nagakura. He's, like, the big brawny dude, and I'm just not into big brawny dudes. And Heisuke's, like, the lolly boy, and I'm not into the lolly boys. They're, like, the 2 characters that I'm just not into, no matter where you put them in the game. Even though... Heisuke doesn't seem as cute as he was in Hakuoki, and Nagakura's not nearly as brawny. It's still just... You know... So, I think what we should do, unless you guys have a preference, well, you can't for the first one. I'm going to do the first one. But if you have a character that you particularly want to see, let me know. And if I haven't already started recording a second character by the time you start seeing this, then I'll try to, like, follow that. But I'm thinking either, like, doing one of the characters that I like, then doing Nagakura or Heisuke, then doing one of the other characters I like, and then Heisuke or Nagakura, whichever one, and then my other. So you know what I mean? We'll bookend it. Like, I'll put one of my favorites on each end, the 2 least favorites as second and second to last, and then someone I like in the middle. But I feel like we should save Okita for last, because so far, out of all of these, like, just look-wise, he's my favorite. He's the prettiest one. And then, so that means we either do Harada or Saito. Maybe we'll do Saito first, because he was my favorite in Hakuoki. And then this way, we have the sandwich in the middle of the little triplets there, because if... I'm comparing this to Hakuoki, and it's never going to stop. I'm sorry. You just can't help it. But Nagakura, Harada, and Heisuke were like... bro dudes. They were like besties, and we'll just slap them in the middle. So, alright, we'll go with Hajime. He is my number 1 from the thing, so we'll go with you. Alright. That's... okay. What was your name? He looks so sad. Oh. Aww. Isami told me I could choose whoever I wanted. It's weird calling him that, not Kondo. Dude, just call him, what, you can't? It's so weird. But wasn't it okay to leave that decision to me? The person I picked might think I'm just a burden. Thinking about it some more, I had trouble deciding who to go with. For real, we did. We just spent 10 minutes, didn't we? I think everyone's nice, but if I'm going to live with the person... I looked up after racking my brain, and my eyes met with a certain someone. If I remember correctly, that's the 3rd Corps captain, Saito Hajime. He's so sad. Also, I'm going to call shenanigans if they drew him. It might have just been he's resting his right hand on the sword. Because, like, you're left-handed. I know you are. From Hakuoki. So you better be fucking lefty in this one. Don't... Look, there are some things that pulled from history. Because I'm pretty sure Saito was actually left-handed. And that was like, what? That's a freak thing. See? Even back in the day, everybody thought you lefties were freaks. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But, like learning that, like, I thought that was actually, like, a real fact. That, like, it was, like, you use your right hand for sword fighting. Like, you do, if you were a lefty, they forced you to try to learn to use with your right hand. But then, like... But when Saito was in the Shinsengumi, it was like, no, you can use your left hand fine. And it was like a, what? He's weird. Like, it was such a scandalous thing, you know what I mean? But that's actually kind of like cool, weird history facts. I'm not sure, like, I know that's kind of the way I think it played out in Hakuoki, but I don't 100% remember if that's 100% true. I thought the whole left-handed, like, you're left-handed. No, that's freaking weird. You use your right hand. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was just standard, but anyway. Everyone's always been weird about lefties. Just kind of odd. Anyway. I casually bowed my head, but it didn't look like Hajime noticed. He quickly walked away. He's so mysterious. Are you interested in Hajime? Hey, whoa. I mean, yeah, but like, simmer down. I gotta play it cool here, Kondo. Isami asked me about Hajime after I unconsciously mentioned the man. It's really funny because they put the name in here as Kondo Isami, but Kondo is his last name. But they put the names like the way you would say it in Japanese, but then we're calling him by his first name. Like, it's bizarre. Just call him Kondo, please, because it's weird. Oh. There's no way I'd ever be interested in him. I feel like I feel like that's a bad choice. Bad choice, Spacey. Maybe, though, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna go with I'm a little interested. Do I know? Oh, okay. Is that like saying that's a good thing? Or is that, no, that's just the normal thing. How do I know if that was good or not? I don't know. I'm a little interested. Isami cheerfully laughed. I see. So that's how it is. You like Hajime, huh? Like him? It's not like... It's just... He was the tallest person here. He should have been the most captivating, yet... If I had to compare them, Shinpachi and Sanosuke stand out more. Whoa, girl. Oh, and not to mention Soji. I wonder why... Hajime was the opposite. He was hard to notice, but I couldn't take my eyes off of him. Not untrue, if you think about Hakuoki, like, he's just the quiet, pretty boy that... Oh my god, he's so beautiful. He's the silent type, but he's very reliable. Toshizo agreed with Isami and nodded his head. He looks like an emo teenager. Like, what is happening here? He doesn't complain either. You'll definitely feel at home with him. Huh? Does that mean... You should go to the third core living area. Isami patted me on the shoulder and pushed me backward. Whoa! There was a scorched piece of wood by my feet and I tripped over it. Just my luck. Ah! My vision became hazy. I don't know who's saying Captain Kondo, Vice Captain Hijikata. Are you fooling around? I felt someone softly catch my shoulders before I fell down. Maybe it was Saito. Huh? I turned around and the person we were just talking about, Hajime, was standing there. And don't fool around too much. Hajime helped me stand up straight again. Sorry. I used a little too much force. I mean, I'm a girl, Jesus. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I lifted my head. I wanted to thank Hajime for saving me. Whoa. Now that I'm seeing him so close like this, he really is tall. What is it? Thank you for saving me. No problem. You came just at the right time. Just at the right time. Damn. Wow. I can't read. Hajime, I want you to take care of this young girl. Me? Shocked face. I don't want to cause you any trouble. I don't know if these are the right choices. I have no idea. Like, we probably should be using a guide, but, like, we're just picking shit, so. Sorry, I don't want to cause you any trouble. Does this one have, like, a... Hold on. Is there, like, a... Likeability 2%. We are not doing good. Oh. Whoops. Oops. Shit. Okay, there we go. I was trying to close that. Anyway. Sorry, I don't want to cause you any trouble. No, you're not. On the contrary, are you okay with that? Yes, I'm in your care. Then I don't mind. Alright then, finish cleaning up and show her to the base. Captain Kondo, there's one thing I'd like to ask you. Hajime had an emotionless expression on as he looked down at Isami. Won't there be problems having a woman live at the Shinsengumi base? It'll be fine. It might be difficult saying she's your wife. If we say she's your mistress, no one will lay a finger on her. What? His mistress? I didn't agree with this. I don't agree with this. Did I say I would agree with this? I do agree with this. Shut up, girl. Smacks. Shut up. Those weren't my intentions. Calm down. It was just a joke. If we warn the soldiers, it shouldn't be a problem. But... Intriguing. I understand. What? Hajime was convinced by Toshizo's words. After seeing him convinced, Asami looked satisfied and nodded his head. Well then, I'll be taking my leave now. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. I'll be looking forward to it. Wait! If you need anything, just ask Hajime for help. No, not about that! Asami and Toshizo left to give orders to the other Shinsengumi soldiers. Shinsengumi soldiers. I don't know why when I say like shoulders or Shinsengumi or then if I say soldiers, I want to say shoulders. Like, I can't say a word and then go to soldiers. Because my mouth still wants to say Shinsengumi soldiers. There's something seriously wrong with me. What should I do? After hearing what they just said, I felt a little wary about going to the base. Hajime? What is it? Actually, when I tried to go back on my decision, I heard footsteps coming closer to us. That's great. Soji showed up, smiling brightly. I didn't understand what he meant, so I asked him to clarify. What's great? Nothing special. If we left you alone, I'm sure you'd cause us trouble, but... Here with Hajime. I'm sure he can domesticate you. Alright, there's the attitude that okay. What? I was furious after hearing Soji's rude comment. It's not that rude, but like... Still, bitch, what? Furious. Don't you think you've gone too far with your words? Okay. You're overreacting a little bit. Like, he can domesticate you. Excuse me? I'm furious. How dare you? Those words are rude. No, tone it down a little. Yeah, be like, excuse me, bitch? Fucking take you. Yeah, you think you can get... Wait, do you have tuberculosis and you're on the verge of dying? No? Okay, then I'm not gonna tell you that you can't take me. That was my favorite part of Hakuogi. I'll kill you. I'd like to see you try, bitch. You dying, you can't. You can barely breathe, asshole. Hakuoki Okita made me feel tough. Anyway. You're so cruel. Well, I was going off on Soji. Please calm down. Someone gently patted me on the head from behind. I instantly turned around and Hajime was standing there. Hajime... That's Soji's way of welcoming you to the Shinsengumi. He said the same thing to me when I first joined. Did I? Soji didn't seem to remember and slightly bent his head. It's so just strange seeing Okita with, like, black hair, though. It's just bizarre. Hajime moved his lips a tiny bit and nodded. I mean, in theory, they all would have had super dark hair. But you know what I mean? You're used to, like, the Hakuoki way they're drawn. Could it be... Is he smiling? Ask him. Did you smile just now? The weirdest thing is because, like, the hair's over his eyes, but it looks like this eye's, like, way off over here. And, like, this one's looking at you, and this one's, like, way the fuck over here. Like, the way they drew him, he's got a lazy eye, and it's like, I'm gonna need you to not be this bright and just do the other one, because this one is disturbing me. Your eye is just wonky. Yes? Oh, okay. Sorry for asking such a strange question. This is the first time I've met such an impolite woman. After hearing our conversation, Soji mumbled to himself. Oh, now that I think about it, that might have been a little rude of me. Then, Hajime and Soji were called by some soldiers and headed back to work. I am not doing good at this at all. I am not doing good at this at all. We're gonna get such a bad ending. I'm not good at him. What? There's no way I would like him. Stare at him. I mean... So bad at this. Sometimes the choices are easy, but like... What? Yeah, no! Ew! I would feel like... I mean, okay. It's the first choice, but then the, like... I still didn't get really the best option in the second choice either. Like, we might need to use a guide, because I'm doing bad at this, so... Hajime and Soji were called by some soldiers and headed back to work. I don't understand Hajime very well. I don't either. But he doesn't seem like a bad person. Yeah, I'm sure of it. A few hours passed since Hajime returned to his duties. The people living with me at the house went their respective ways and found places to rest. It's getting a little chilly, but I didn't know where the Shinsengumi base was. Furthermore, we'll get rid of the burnt wood tomorrow, but let's pile up things we can salvage. That way we can return the residents' things to them. It's hard getting Hajime's attention while he's giving out orders. I can't tell him that I want to go to the base as soon as possible. Jeez. I started to shiver. I crossed my arms to try and stay warm, but it just kept getting colder. As I continued shivering... Achoo! I couldn't help but sneeze. Hajime turned around and let out a sound. For some reason, he looked impatient as he came close to me. I'm sorry, making you wait like this was... Your work is more important. You forgot about me? Oh god. I feel like you forgot about me is so rude. I don't understand this man, because if I say, like, I feel like you forgot about me is such a terrible thing to say. It's probably the right thing, though. With Okita, I feel like being a bitch is, like, the right choice, because, you know, but, like... It's okay? Your work is more important? I don't know. Because it's okay. Because you're like, it's fine. This is like I don't want to comment on this, like, you asshole, or like, it's okay, I suck. Like, you're kind of just like, it's okay? I don't think that's right, but no, it's okay. Don't worry about me. Keep working. No, leaving you like this will cause problems. I'm going to take you to the base first. What was your name? Shinpachi was close by and was shocked after hearing Hajime's words. Hey now, she just introduced herself to us. Well, yeah. Hajime looked uncomfortable and shrugged. You're gonna just make me pine for OG, like, Saito, aren't you? Like, you're just not gonna be the man I want you to be, which is OG Saito. I'm Spacey Sims. I'm looking forward to staying with you, Hajime. Miss Sims, was it? I'm Saito Hajime. He bowed his head respectfully and introduced himself. Yeah, I remember you. My memory's not that bad. I felt like I'd gotten a glimpse of his personality. What's all this talk about staying with you? This time I heard Sanosuke's voice. It seems like she'll be living with me in the base. Oh, shit. I clicked the wrong thing and I just, my screen went away. The way he said it made it sound like Hajime hadn't fully grasped the situation yet. Are you serious? After hearing that, Sanosuke suddenly came closer to me. Yeah, it's true. What's up with that? I'm so jealous. I wish you came to my place instead. We're saving you for third. Sorry. You don't need to apologize, Hajime. How long do you plan on chit-chatting? Soji spoke up, interrupting everyone. You know what's the weirdest thing about this? He's got Hijikata color hair and the blue eyes, and he's got the face that just is like, are you sure you're not fucking Hijikata masquerading? Because, like, you've got the Okita hairstyle going on, so I feel that. But the, like, stop standing around. Oh, that's so much more Hijikata angry. You're like the snarky, like, I'll fucking kill you. You're the secret shady where he just comes up to you and he's got that smile on his face and you're like, there's something evil about your smile, and he's like, I'll fucking kill you. And then he just... But they're playing him a little too much like... He feels more like Hijikata in this, like, shut the fuck up and get back to work! That's a Hijikata thing. But Hijikata was like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, he was like the bro dude. What the... You were too... Look. I know I shouldn't judge this by Hakuoki standards, but, like, there's no way I'm not gonna do that, and it's awkward and weird, and I just... Look, man. If I stay any longer, I get a full-blown cold. See you guys later. Hey, wait up! We're going home, too! Shall we? Yes. We left the scene of the fire and went to the Shinsengumi's base. Shinpachi, Soji, and Sanosuke were merrily walking ahead of us. Are you okay not being with everyone else? Yeah. Hajime walked next to me. He has such a big body. There's no way he'd walk at my pace. Maybe he matched his pace to mine. It must have been Hajime's unspoken kindness. It felt nice walking with him. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. Huh? Hajime? I was surprised. All of a sudden, Hajime started taking off his jacket. He then put it around me. This is... I thought it might warm you up. Even though he's soaking wet. His jacket was burnt and torn here and there. I could tell how hard he worked. This might help you in the cold. It's a cold, wet jacket. It's the thought that counts, but... Wait, unless you're trying to... You know what? If it was Okita, I'd think you were trying to kill me. He really puts his heart into his work. Even now, he silently lent me his jacket. I got butterflies in my stomach just thinking about how nice he was. And you wanted me to sit there and be like, what? No, I'm not interested in him. 10 minutes later, she's in love. Thank you very much. No, it's no problem. Hajime said a few words and looked away. I didn't really think about it, but Hajime had said the least out of all the Shinsengumi members I'd met. I wonder if he really sees me as a burden. After thinking that, my chest hurt. Still, I was glad when he showed me kindness from time to time. I wanted him to like me. Hey, what's wrong? Huh? Okay, so I have no idea which one of them said it, so that's why we just did a voice. I wasn't sure. Anyway. Shinpachi? Soji? For some reason, Shinpachi and Soji were right in front of me. Hajime was staring at us a little further ahead. Sorry, I got caught up in my thoughts. I guess I stopped walking. Oh, what were you thinking about? I thought for a bit and daringly opened my mouth. Can I ask you something? Do you think Hajime sees me as a nuisance? He doesn't really talk to me and always has the same expression. He's like, yeah, he's a fucking robot. Come on. Soji and Shinpachi looked at each other. They burst into laughter. That's how he always is. If Hajime ever laughed like us, that's the day pigs would fly. Without a doubt. Not to mention he's the type to come out and tell you if you're a nuisance. Is that so? I'm a little relieved. Yeah, he had nothing to worry about. Come on, let's go. After we caught up to him, Hajime started walking. I stared at Hajime's back. The Saito Hajime I know has a large back and likes to keep quiet. That's really all you know about him, but okay. He never complains and took in a complete stranger like me. But isn't all of this just what I've observed? Yes. If we started living together, maybe I could figure out more about him. What's wrong? I can feel you staring at me. I was thinking about the future. I mean, we were. And that's not a weird thing to think about. I was thinking about how big you are. What? Like, I'm thinking about the future. Which is how we're going to fall in love and get married and have babies. Gross. But, you know, that's probably what's going to happen in this. Don't put the babies in. But, you know, I mean, like, historically, yeah, we would have fallen in love, got married, and had babies. He's like, huh? That's not, but you know, you're like, I'm thinking about the future. He's like, oh, I can understand because you have like no place to live and your house burned down. Like, burdening thoughts that you would think. Also, you could just randomly be thinking about the future. Really? Like what? Like what I'm going to have for lunch tomorrow. That's the future. I'm just saying. Sorry. I was thinking about the future. Oh, how intriguing. You have nothing to worry about. I'll be by your side. His words made my heart skip a beat. Yeah, please don't use this because, like, it is, like, his eyes are fine, but it's like the hair over it just makes it look weird. Soji noticed and butted into the conversation. Hajime, didn't Captain Kondo ask you to live with her? Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's why you're being so nice. Oh, no, it's nothing. I should stop thinking about pointless things. My new life was about to begin. I was a little excited about living there. Yeah, sure, I guess. Okay, overwrite the save that I don't have. Okay. You're so wet. Wow! We're just jumping right into the inappropriate things, huh? Phrasing game. Phrasing. Huh? Oh, huh? What did you just say? I'd left my burned-down house and went to the Shinsengumi base. I was given a spare room. I'd rested and cleared my head, thinking about what I should do next. I found something I could do, so I asked Hajime for his permission. Let me do the chores around here. I can't tell when he's smiling, but I can tell when he's shocked. This wasn't the time to be thinking about that, though. Before I knew it, I was thinking about Hajime. I don't... Ask him again. As Hajime hesitated to give me an answer, I tried to appeal to him one last time. I don't feel like giving him a sob story is a good idea. Please? I feel guilty being here and not helping out. Yeah. Captain Kondo asked me to take you in. You're like a guest. You don't have to worry about those kinds of things. That's not true! Kondo asked me to help out in exchange for room and board. So, like, I think Kondo is on different pages with you and me. But I don't want to be treated like a child. Hajime's eyes opened wide after hearing my outburst. But we're acting, I don't want to be treated like a child! Let me clean! You know what? Never mind. I'm fine with it. I feel so guilty about being here and not doing anything to help. Hajime raised both eyebrows and let out a sigh. I just can't win against you. Then you're okay with it? Yes. Thank you so much, Hajime. No, we should be the ones thanking you. Huh? What do you mean? Hajime smiled awkwardly. He couldn't give me an answer. I soon learned why, though. Hey, you guys. If you're already exhausted, you're a disgrace to the Shinsengumi. Yes, sir! Great. Put your backs into it. I do love just the way he stands. Yeah! In order to improve their skills, the soldiers practiced with wooden swords every day. The practice didn't look like it was for discipline. It looked very painful. I could hear the swords clashing and the soldiers' screams. The intense practice kicked the sand up. Everyone's clothes were dirty. I flinched as I watched the soldiers. I wanted to look away many times. If I was going to continue living here, I'd need to get used to these things. It's like the weird, like, it's so very, it seems a little disjointed, like, what did you say? Like, I get it, you're like, well, this is a weird way to start, but it's more like the, what did you say? Oh, because I want to clean, you know what I mean? But, like, I want to help clean, and then I'm watching the practice, and now I'm talking to Harada. Like, I don't know. Yeah, we can go a little bit longer, it's fine. Hey, Spacey. I looked up and saw Sanosuke holding a large quantity of clothes. Whoa, that's a lot of laundry. Yeah, it is. Can I give it to you? Of course. Thank you for carrying it all the way over to me. I thanked him and looked down at my hands. This is pretty. I like this screen. There was a huge pile of laundry that I hadn't finished doing this morning. It's a lot more work than I had imagined. I seriously understood why Hajime thanked me. While I was thinking about those things, Sanosuke suddenly sat next to me. Hey, when you're done with the laundry, why don't we go somewhere together? Ask him if it's okay to skip practice or decline by saying you still have work to do. I mean, I feel like we shouldn't, because we want to marry Hajime, we shouldn't be like, okay, baby, whatever you say. But like, no, I still have work to do. Or like, are you sure you should be skipping practice? They're both saying no to him. But like, is being nice to him in a roundabout way, like, look, we're not doing good here, but I would ask him if, are you sure it's okay that you skip practice? Because I don't think you're, oh, well, actually, that might come across as like, is it okay for you to skip practice so we can go hang out? As opposed to like, I think Hijikata's going to beat you if you skip practice. Like, guilting him to go to practice, you know what I mean? Let's decline and say we still have work to do. I haven't finished working, so sorry. Oh, that's disappointing. All right, let's do it another time. It's a promise. By the way, how is it living with Hajime? It's very normal. Then again, I've only been here for one day. Hajime had no problems with me living there with him. I was a little worried because it was so quiet there. In my opinion, enduring even one day is good enough. If you're ever bored, come to my place, okay? Sanosuke smiled as if he had nothing to worry about. He came closer to me. I'm not bored, don't worry. I take pleasure in observing Hajime's behavior. Oh, really? But you still don't know me very well, right? Well, that's true. He's getting a little too close. He's definitely a whore. Like, Sanosuke was so close, it felt like our noses were about to touch. He literally rolled the fuck out of the men of Yoshiwara. He was like, they didn't have enough room for me, so that's why I rolled over here. And then I, like, literally languidly, like a cat, rolled across the fucking floor and is like, hey, girl. I'm in the Shinsengumi now. Like, are you sure you weren't raised in a brothel? Because you are... Excuse me, game? You got your men of Yoshiwara in my Shinsengumi. Like, this, you know what? It's kind of like peanut butter and chocolate. You know, you got your peanut butter in my chocolate. Like, you got your man whore in my Shinsengumi. Could you just, you know what? Just leave it. It's fine. We like it. I became more anxious as he got closer. I'd have been so happy if you chose to come to my place. Sanosuke's finger was about to touch my bangs. Sanosuke. When Sanosuke was about to touch me, Hajime was suddenly standing next to him. Vice Captain Hijikata's looking for you. Ugh, crap. He found out I skipped out on practice. Sanosuke took his finger back and rushed toward the practice grounds. I was so surprised. I breathed a sigh of relief. Hajime was standing there with a blank expression. I mean, you're either happy, angry, amused, sad, I don't really know. That's pretty much all your expressions. I couldn't decide if he was deep in thought or not. Speak to him. Hajime, are you thinking about something? Okay, well maybe that was the wrong thing to say. No. Hajime kept his expression blank before shaking his head. Our conversation stopped. After a while, I heard a voice from above. Can I help you with anything? Huh? But aren't you tired from practice? It's not a problem. He sounded uninterested. I couldn't tell what his motive was, so I was flustered. Is something wrong? No. Hajime didn't have any ill will, but I wasn't used to talking to him. Then again, this was my job, and I should be doing it by myself. I decided to tell him that. Thank you for offering to help, but it's alright. I can do it by myself. I bowed my head and continued working. Oh, the water ran out. I stood up to get some more water. For some reason, Hajime silently followed me from behind. What's with this silence? This is just how he talks. This is how he communicates. For some reason, it doesn't feel at all awkward. You're making it sound like it's awkward. Anyway. Ooh, I like this background. It's pretty. I'm going to stop here, and we will continue in the next part. So, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.